Hello friends, welcome to our channel Reds Info Hub. Yes, in this session, let us discuss briefly about one of the applications of Gauss law, that is finding electric field due to a uniformly charged infinite thin sheet. Okay, are you ready? Take pen and paper and start writing. Just try to note down the points, and after discussing this, let us discuss one simple example as well. Okay, right. So to find electric field due to this uniformly charged infinite sheet, let us draw an infinite sheet here. Let us say this is a big sheet. Infinite means it is a relative term. Let us consider a big sheet to which a positive charge is given, that is distributed uniformly everywhere. And this sheet, S, and this sheet. Now, to find the electric field due to this at some point P, which is at a distance R, we have to construct a Gaussian surface, a surface which should enclose some charge. For that purpose, where so to find the field here, we are considering symmetrically, symmetrically the other side also a point which is at the same distance, and we have considered a surface which encloses some charge here in three-dimensionally means in three-dimensional form, a surface that should enclose us. If you consider just a surface like circle on this sheet, we cannot say that it encloses the charge. It should completely closes the charge, means you have to consider a three-dimensional space, three-dimensional surface. So we can consider a cylindrical structure like this, or a parallelepiped also you can consider S. So now the next point is, first point, you have to construct a Gaussian surface. Second point is, let us divide this surface into three parts. One is a flat surface at this end right side part, surface one, and another flat surface at the left side part, second surface, and the curved surface we are considering this as a third surface. Then the next step is by applying Gauss law, what is the flux? We have to express the we have to write the expression for flux through this closed surface. Actually, from the statement of Gauss law, flux is through any closed surface or Gaussian surface is equal to 1 by epsilon times the entire charge enclosed. Let us write it as Q in, the charge inside are enclosed by that surface. Let us take this as equation 1. Then from definition of flux, we know the total flux crossing the surface is nothing but flux crossing the first surface plus flux crossing the second surface plus flux crossing the curved surface 3. That is phi 1 plus phi 2 plus phi 3, where flux crossing the first surface, how to find that is, we know from definition of flux, flux phi is equal to E A cos theta. For the first surface, as the sheet is having positive charge, electric field line, and hence electric field is radially outward. So on this surface, it is in this direction, radially outward direction. And for this flat surface, area vector should be along the normal to this surface. So area vector will be in this direction. Okay, and it looks like both are parallel to one another. So theta will be 0, cos 0 is 1. So we'll get flux phi is equal to E A, because theta is equal to 0 and cos 0 is 1, right? And as by substituting this here, we get phi is equal to E for this flat surface 1. Similarly, for flat surface 2, here electric field, because of the positive charge, electric field will be in this direction, and area vector will be along the outward normal, that is in this direction. So they're parallel to one another. So angle theta is 0 here also. So electric flux through this surface is also EA. So flux through first surface is EA plus flux through second surface is also EA. Yes. Now, whereas flux through the third surface, because for the third surface, electric field due to this positive charged sheet is in this direction, and normal area vector and hence normal vector for this is normal to this surface is this, that gives the direction of area, and these two looks like normal to one another, are perpendicular to one another. So angle between them is 90. So flux through this surface, that is phi 3 is 0, as cos 90 is 0. You can say phi 3 is equal to A cos 90, as cos 90 is 0, so entire flux will be equal to 0. So that substitute by substituting that over here, we get EA plus 0. So this gives you 2EA. So total flux is 2EA. But according to Gauss law, that is nothing but 1 by epsilon times the charge enclosed. So you can write 2EA is equal to charge enclosed by this charge enclosed by epsilon naught. So on simplifying this, you can write, we want to find electric field. Actually, this is charge. But we know that for in case of a sheet, the charge is distributed over the surface means we have to say that charge per unit area is Q by A. This is a charge per unit area Q by A. So from this, we can write charge is equal to sigma A. Charge enclosed is sigma into A area which encloses this surface. Okay, so we can write it as sigma A by epsilon naught, and as 2EA is equal to sigma A by epsilon naught, here A and this A gets cancelled out. So we'll get 2E is equal to sigma by epsilon naught, or E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. This is the sigma by 2 epsilon naught. This is the electric field due to this uniformly charged infinite sheet. Is this clear, guys? Right, very good. Now let us try to discuss one simple example here. See here, this question. What is the question? Let us see. It is given that two parallel plane sheets 1 and 2 carry uniform charge densities sigma 1 and sigma 2 as in figure. The electric field in the region marked as 2, provided sigma 1 is greater than sigma 2 is. Right? Yeah. In the figure, this is the figure. It is given that this is sheet 1, this is sheet 2, and it is having surface charge density sigma 1, and this is having surface charge density sigma 2, where sigma 1 is greater than sigma 2. So in this region, you are asked to find the electric field. So let us and options are given. Okay, you can go through the options. Now you can observe that in this region, to find the electric field, we have to understand that because of this positively charged sheet, field will be radially outward in this direction, and because of the second sheet, field will be in this direction. But because of the sigma 1 is greater, E1 will be greater. So net field in this region is E1 minus E2. E1 minus E2, where E1 is sigma 1 by 2 epsilon naught, and E2 is sigma 2 by 2 epsilon naught. Is this clear, guys? So, on substituting this, we'll get sigma 1 by 2 epsilon naught minus sigma 2 by 2 epsilon naught. That is equal to sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 epsilon naught. So, that will be the net field. So, is this clear? Net field is equal to sigma 1 by sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 epsilon naught. Yes, based on this, you may get different kinds of questions also. If the two sheets are having same charge density, sigma 1 and sigma 2 are both are same, then the net field in between the sheets is 0. In this region will be 0. Like this kind of different kinds of questions will come across. You should be able to analyze this. Okay, yes, guys, I am winding the session. I hope you have understood this. If you want, just you can share, pause the screen and you can take the screenshot, and you can go ahead and you can revise also if you need any step to understand, and if you want to go through any of these steps. Okay, guys, take care, everyone. I'm stopping this. Take care. Bye bye. And just at the end, I'm requesting guys, if you like the video, click on like button, and if you are new to the channel, click on subscribe button, guys. Okay, take care. Bye bye, everyone.